Y'all trying to put a date on it and stuff. There's a new song coming out Sunday.
The camera opens on a quiet, intimate scene. Jamal Roberts sitting comfortably on the couch with his baby daughter nestled in his arms. The soft glow of lamplight casts a warm hue across the room as he carefully holds her milk bottle, watching with quiet amusement as she drinks eagerly. "Slow down, greedy girl," he chuckles, using his thumb to wipe a drop of milk from her chin. The baby blinks up at him with big, curious eyes before returning to her bottle, her tiny fingers curling around his. "That's right, take your time," he murmurs, his voice a soothing mix of tenderness and playful fatherly teasing. The way he adjusts her in his arms, one hand supporting her head, the other holding the bottle at just the right angle, speaks volumes about his experience. "3 kids in, and you'd think I'd be used to this by now," he says to the camera with a grin. "But every time, it still amazes me." As his daughter finishes her bottle, Jamal lifts her gently to his shoulder, patting her back with the rhythmic ease of someone who's done this countless times before. "There we go," he coaxes softly. A tiny burp escapes her, and Jamal laughs. A rich, full sound that fills the room. "Professional burper right here," he announces proudly, shifting her so she's cradled in the crook of his arm. The baby yawns, her eyelids growing heavy, and Jamal begins rocking slowly back and forth. "Oh, no you don't," he whispers playfully. "Not yet. Daddy's still talking to you." But his daughter is already drifting off, her little fist clutching the fabric of his shirt. Jamal sighs, shaking his head in mock defeat. "Always have to have the last word, don't you?" His tone is dripping with affection as he gazes down at her, his thumb brushing lightly over her cheek. The atmosphere shifts slightly as Jamal turns his attention to the camera, his expression turning more thoughtful. "You know, people always ask me how fatherhood changed me," he begins, his voice quieter now. "And I tell them everything. The way I see the world, the way I make music, even the way I breathe is different now." He glances down at his sleeping daughter, his smile softening. "These little moments right here, they're why I work so hard. Why I push myself." The room is silent except for the baby's quiet breathing, and for a moment Jamal seems lost in thought. Then, with perfect comedic timing, his daughter lets out a tiny snore, snapping him out of his reverie. "Oh, so now you're snoring too," he teases, arching an eyebrow at the camera. "This child, I swear." Jamal's demeanor changes. There's a new energy about him, a spark of excitement he can't contain. "All right. Since my little alarm clock here decided to nap through the announcement," he says, nodding toward his daughter, "I guess I'll just have to tell y'all myself." He leans forward slightly, his eyes bright. "New music, this Sunday." The words hang in the air for a beat before he continues. "And this one?" He looks down at his daughter, then back at the camera, his voice thick with emotion. "This one's for Mississippi, for my roots. For every single person who's been riding with me since the beginning." The baby stirs slightly in her sleep, and Jamal instinctively adjusts his hold, his fatherly instincts never taking a break even during big announcements. "Being a dad, it gives you a whole new perspective," he continues. "The love, the fear, the overwhelming need to do right by them. It all pours into the music now." The video's final moments show Jamal standing slowly, careful not to wake his sleeping daughter. He walks toward what appears to be her nursery, still talking softly to the camera. "So set your reminders. This Sunday." But until then, he reaches the crib and begins the delicate process of transferring the baby without waking her. After a few tense seconds, where it seems she might stir, she settles into the mattress with a contented sigh. Jamal exhales in relief, then turns back to the camera with a triumphant smirk. "Until then, I'll be right here," he whispers, gesturing to the sleeping baby. Living in these moments that go by way too fast, he reaches out to turn off the camera, but not before adding one last line with a wink. "And trying to remember how to burp a baby without getting spit up on my good shirt." The screen fades to black, leaving viewers with the promise of new music and the heartwarming image of a father completely enamored with his child.